And when we are another day above the earth, another day sane, another day that we have health and strength, we have so much to be grateful for, which we should be grateful. So if you're alive today, say amen. Maybe you don't have all the money in the world. Maybe you don't have all what you want, but at least you are alive. Some persons, they don't have that opportunity anymore. And so we have to be grateful for these things. We were under a tsunami. Did anybody? Okay, well, let me take my time signal and cover. Because when I say, so, hear me, it's a movie this. All up, hello, somebody called Bob Marley. What's going on? I need a Bob Marley song like right now. What's going on? So, okay, we're going to talk about that momentarily. Let me take my time signal. You are locked and loaded to the one and the only Miss Kitty Live.
JN International Money Transfer. Safe, convenient, affordable. The time by JN Money Transfer is
3:15 right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
We all need strength to get through these trying times.
Look above. Yes.
But earthquake awareness.
Nighttime radio.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
So I got the person from the head of earthquake unit because him don't talk about tsunami and things there.
So the earthquake person talks about that.
Right. So you can talk to Evan now with a slippery in the.
So what is?
No, let's start with
but where is the man?
Professor, I'm getting.
Okay, good. Okay, cool.
Start with him. And
okay, cool.
I'll just come and slip it right on down.
Hi guys, can I have my glasses, please? I can't see. Thank you. I'm telling you, Calico. Who knew? Hi, Keisha.
So Evan is on.
Okay, cool. I'm saying somebody from man. I want to keep in the world, yeah. I can't, but they're gonna get in one bubble. I don't know, guys. Anybody having a sinusitis attack?
Yes, we all are.
Like the sinuses are just
draining.
God help us all. Okay. Jesus wept. Hi, Vanessa.
Where were you during the tsunami watch?
I was in my bed, but I was sleeping. But when I heard about it, I said, I'll pick us up. Because I want in our high-rise building. Because that them say. You understand?
How that them say?
Yeah, they gotta be high altitude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It take down high building too.
Yeah.
Fluffing up your afternoon radio all day, every day, Monday to Friday, 3 until 5 o'clock. Log on, listen in, and always do remember to spread the word. Gotta say good afternoon to all my Facebook viewers, all my bookers. How you doing? Vanessa Morgan, live in Barbados. All my Bajans, good afternoon to you. Gotta say good afternoon to Nadine Lewis on the lookout right now. Big ups to Davine DaCosta. Good afternoon to you, Yvonne. How you doing today? Shanette Gardner, thank you so much. Thank you, Simi Blair. Simi Blair says, big up the beautiful Miss Kitty. Thank you, Simi Blair. One love to Anna. Big up yourself, girl. Pretty Susu says, she really say love Miss Kitty. Thank you, baby. You know how we do. Authenticity. The genuine article right here. Queens over here, boo. That's all we do. You know how we do. So, guys, it's a beautiful day here in Jamaica land we love. We've been getting rain. Has it been raining in Portmore, Calico?
Yep.
Yeah. When
sudden rain.
Before the morning. Yeah. Because before the morning. You know, we have a stylity. Damien, before the morning. Like, Damien, where are you? Are you in the world, Damien? Are you in this universe? Or you're just with the cats? You know what I mean? You're just with you don't have any cats? Really? I like your tell. If you move them out, you board them out? Really? Or really? The plural of puss is what? Yes, right. So, guys, I'm like, before the morning, get up. I'm like, is that rain? Because before, I went to my bed. There was nothing going on. And then, before the morning day, bag of rain. I say, rain your body. The sexy and nice though, in the early morning. In the early morning, And I'm like, okay, good. But I'm like, what is going on in the world? Because with this earthquake that happened, I think it was in Honduras, it had effect as to, areas like Belize and other countries. And so I said to myself, okay, guys, these weather conditions, these haphazard, weird, arbitrary, especially what went on in the United States recently, contrary to what, other people think, climate change is real. But I said to myself, let me get to the authority. I only did geography up to CXC, so let me get the meteorologist, the director of the Meteorological Service Division in Jamaica, Mr. Evan Thompson, to speak to us this afternoon, because I know a lot of people were scared, were very frightened by the idea that a tsunami could in a real, come on, if I Steven Spielberg shoot something, Martin Scorsese. So Evan Thompson is here. Good afternoon to you, sir. Happy New Year, Evan, and welcome to Miss Kitty Live. How are you? Thank you so very much. Evan, like everybody is with the weather and all these different things and phenomena, the bomb cyclone, snow, how many feet, snow in places that don't normally snow, unprecedented rain in Jamaica when normally December is not a rainy month. What is going on, with the weather, Evan? Yeah. Okay.
Extreme here.
Yeah.
And that is a little different from the norm. And I think that is really what we're experiencing. In time, we'll be able to say whether it is a new normal that is being established, and in that case, we would consider it climate change. But as it is now, it just seems like a little deviation for a while. It may come back to the normal situation going on into 2018.
But what is causing it, though, Evan? What is the trigger, or what are the triggers? And as humans, obviously we are here. How can we prepare? Yes. How do we treat with this? Because, if it's like out of the ordinary, if it's, not along the normal path, how can we protect ourselves and our families and our property?
Well, the truth is we have to know what is the usual thing, but at the same time we have to be looking out for what the differences are and what could happen.
Yes.
There are always these things that could happen. Oh, and of course you have to arm yourself with the weather forecast from the National Meteorological Service and center every morning. Then that tells you what you should expect for the day, because this morning we indicated that there was a trough that is in the area. Usually with troughs, you have, with a trough, it means that the pressure gets low, and so with lower pressure, you have the development of clouds.
Yes.
So that's really what we have been experiencing. We have had that for a good little while now. We had a little interruption with the frontal system, a cold front that moved across the area. And with the cold front, it caused a similar kind of pattern with rainfall.
Yes.
But then it affected mainly northern parts of the country, and now that it has shifted to this trough, we're seeing other areas in the east and other southern parishes also experiencing some of the rainfall.
Because
it's just some of those things we can expect from time to time, a little change from the norm. Although it's the dry season, we will have some interruptions with rain.
Well, and especially persons like in Portland and St. Mary, with all the mudslides and all the things that have been happening, Evan, persons are really concerned about, the different weather and how long and what is happening. Because, and just for the purpose of myself and my listeners, education or becoming edified is never out of style. What's the difference between a trough and a cold front?
Well, the cold front is really a boundary between a cold mass of air and a warmer mass of air. The Caribbean area generally has warmer air. But what we saw developing over the United States, it was a strong cold front that came out of an area of low pressure. So the low pressure is way up to the north of the U.S.
Yes.
And then there's a lot of cold air behind that, while ahead of it you have warmer air. So that boundary that separates the two masses of air, we consider that a front. And the greater the difference between the two masses in terms of temperature will be the stronger the front is considered. So it was a very strong cold front. It was developing from a very strong area of low pressure. Mm-hmm. You hear them talking about a bomb cyclone.
Yes, what's a bomb cyclone? When me hear that, I run my warrant upon Evan, because I say bomb what? That's all like I want dance or something. I don't know the bomb cyclone. But like, excuse me.
You can't just trust the Americans to come up with all these kinds of terms, because to tell the truth, I studied meteorology, but I never heard of a bomb cyclone before.
Wow.
And I'm not saying that it never existed, just that probably I just didn't pay much attention in that class.
Yeah.
meteorology in the United States.
Maybe them called Donald for that word there.
Very catchy terms.
Yes, them called Donald feet. It was bigly.
Right. So you see this low pressure area, it is really in the upper part of the atmosphere, and usually that is where the fronts actually are generated.
Yes.
But in this case, the low pressure area developed so fast and so intensely, with a drop in pressure of 24 millibars or hectopascals in only 24 hours. So it's like dropping a millibar per hour, which if that occurred on the surface in the hurricane season, that would be a tremendous hurricane, because with the pressure dropping so quickly, it means it is intensifying. The winds around it are intensifying, and the strength of the system is intensifying. So that's a similar thing that took place in the north, not on the surface.
Continue. Can we expect?
We could see that happening again. I mean, you're not going to see this bomb cyclone developing every week, because then it will now become the norm. I mean, we may start to see them occurring a little bit more frequently than they have in the past, because there is a climate change scenario that we're also monitoring, and we believe it does exist, and we see evidence of things changing over the long term, and that's what could possibly be happening as well, where we start to see more of those extreme types of weather than we used to see. I mean, we are in the dry season, December, January is usually the beginning of a dry season.
But it has not been, and that's the thing, because normally, I know you're not the one to speak about the tsunami, because I have the professor online, or the earthquakes, but did you hear about the tsunami? I'm scared last evening.
Of course I did.
We did afraid, Evan? We did afraid.
To play in it, Yeah.
I'm afraid. Hear me? Call somebody. What do you mean, tsunami in Jamaica? What that mean?
Yeah, but I'm sure when you talk to the professor, he'll tell you that it isn't the first time that we have experienced that we would have experienced a tsunami if it did occur this time around. But the notification of it came to us in the Met Service, because we have that role to monitor our telecommunications, and whenever the Tsunami Warning Center, the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, issues these alerts, we would get first knowledge of it and pass it on to those people who need to act, because we are a 24-hour agency. So that was our role in all of this. We got the message, and we were just quick to pass it on to the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODM, and then they took it from there in terms of putting warning messages, advising the public what we should do or what we should not do, or whether we actually are going to a tsunami warning for the island, or if it's just an alert or an advisory.
Well, we've heard the words global warming being banned about, Evan. Is this real? And explain to my listeners, how serious is the situation, and in what way can we also help to protect our environment and do better by Mother Nature?
Well, the question about whether it is real, I don't think any sensible person can deny that it exists, because what is happening, we are seeing so many changes outside of the norm these days, much more than we would have seen in previous years.
Yes.
And we are seeing a new normal. We're seeing that the average temperature is now increasing. We're seeing nighttime temperatures increasing as well as the daytime temperatures. We're seeing sea levels that are also rising. Some areas that would normally be sandy beach are now part of the ocean, the sea floor.
Yes.
So we see evidence of the climate change and the global warming that has taken place. And so there's no way that we can resist it. In the past hurricane season, we saw so many strange occurrences with Category 5 hurricanes occurring one after the other and even coexisting at the same time within a short distance. And, these are things that would not be normal, and only because we have confidence that things have actually changed from the fundamentals, then we can say for sure the climate is really changing, and we're going to see a new norm where some of these strange activities become a lot more frequently experienced.
Wow. Evan, how can we contact you guys? I mean, or follow you guys? Are you guys on social media? Where are you? Where can we find you?
We do have a Twitter page that's, let me see if I can remember how it goes now. It's Met Service JA. That's our Twitter handle.
Okay.
So it's at Met Service JA. There is also, of course, our website, because we still have our website that we try to make sure the forecast is always updated on it. That's www.metservice.gov.jm. metservice.gov.jm.
All right.
You can get latest information there.
Beautiful. Thank you, Evan. All the best to you and your team, and thank you for your time and for sharing with us.
Bless you.
All right, bless you.
Bye-bye.
So now, Earthquake Awareness Month, we're in it, okay? And a tsunami is normally generated by an earthquake. So when you have the tectonic movement and the plate movement and all of these things, then that can cause, the tsunami to happen. And so, as I said, Evan was is the meteorologist. I have Professor Simon Mitchell, head of geography and geology and head of the earthquake unit at the University of the West Indies. And he is on Miss Kitty Live right now to talk to us about, God, someone we never hear about that before, and we were very scared. We still are scared because we don't know what might happen if it, what is going on. So after the break, we're going to talk to Professor Mitchell about this tsunami phenomenon right here in Jamaica. Could it be?
Said it's a big deal business. Taste the flavor, you can't resist it. And when me catch the aroma, I feel make me harder. A big deal time now, yeah. The time by KFC Big Deal is
3:30.
Where you choose to do your lab work is your choice. However, Biomedical Caledonia Medical Laboratory Limited is the first accredited medical laboratory in Jamaica. Your doctors trust us, and so should you. With over 40 collection centers island-wide, choose Biomedical to get the results you can depend on. Contact Biomedical today at 96
Hi, Princess.
968-0421 or visit biomedicaljm.com for more information.
Because when me hear boy.
Just arrived at Daniel Auto Spares.
Hi, Judith. What up, baby?
Tahoe engine bearings.
Hey, Marsha. Hey, Beverly. What up, honey? Good night. How are you there, Beverly? Where you at?
Absorbers, wholesale and retail prices available. Conditions apply. Located at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10.
Hi, Sharnette. Good day to you. How are you? You good?
1018 Chapelton Road, Maypen, Clarendon. Telephone 986-7142. Daniel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited for all your Japanese spare parts.
Hooray! Mega Ball is here to stay.
Yeah, about cash pot and
money time. Remember, every draw have a gold Mega Ball and 2 balls.
So every draw, every day, all year, Mega up your bed with cash pot and money time.
And Supreme Ventures.
Oh, thanks, Kimberly.
You're listening to Miss Kitty, the pulse of the world.
Bobby, I missed the tell you.
welcome. Why? Alright. Chronics, left, right. Just a come. Left, right. Better. Ooh, yeah. And then say, here comes trouble. Here comes the danger. Sent by the Savior. Welcome the Rasta youths. I start recruit. Soldiers, Selassie, army. Hey, here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Welcome the Savior, welcome the Rasta youths. You're not for axes who at the general issue in a warning. The people them a ball, said them tired of mediocre. Evil a go fall when we tried in Ethiopia. Believing from down, cause them life no easy boat. Even Bantan said it's not an easy road. Operation, occupy the motherland. Calling all soldiers to kind each other along. From creation, he writing a job plan, but Chronics can't do it alone. So
sizzling every day.
Voice of Chronics on your radio, Nationwide 90 FM. You know how we do. This is a Wire Wednesday. Good afternoon to ya. Thank you for making the smart choice and the smart switch and keeping your fluffy diva in the mix. We're going until 5 o'clock today. This is Miss Kitty Live, and wherever you are in the world, I'm there with you to keep you in the know while you're on the go. All you have to do is log on, listen in, and always do remember to spread the word, okay? The hour between 3 and 4 is brought to you by KFC. Get your free limited edition 2018 KFC calendar with the purchase of any KFC Family 9 or Party 15 while stocks last. KFC, it's finger licking good. So guys, I know that, you must have heard about the tsunami watch or warning that we were under last night. Family members abroad, everybody have fretted, everybody have said, Father, good and great, God, what could I cause all of this? Where I go? Where I go, when I type here, a lot of birds, I want to can't drive go up Blue Mountain. Yeah, that's that because you need to get away. But Calico, this kind of phenomenon, as we're talking about weather and the different changes and the, the just how it's deviating from what we normally know to be dry season, rainy season, it's like everything is just thrown out of whack. Yep. But most importantly, the month of January is Earthquake Awareness Month. And so Professor Mitchell is here to make us aware. Good afternoon to you, Prof. Welcome to Miss Kitty Live. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. Let me say Happy New Year to you and all the best for 2018. Well, Professor, what is happening with the Earth's structure from the crust to the mantle to the core? I mean, the crust, the mantle, what's going on?
Well, I mean, the weather changes. The weather changes, and we're seeing changes in weather. When we look at the way the Earth works in terms of its physical parts, the crust and things, it's progressively doing its thing. It's progressively moving. And so what we have big plates moving against smaller plates. And the Caribbean plate is a relatively small plate. And Jamaica sits on the edge of it.
Oh.
It sits on the edge of the Caribbean plate. So if we track the boundary between the South American plate, the North American plate and the Caribbean plate, it comes somewhere through Central America to Guatemala. It comes up south of the Cayman Islands, and then it sort of forks, and one bit goes south of Cuba, the other bit comes through Jamaica, and then goes into Haiti. Now, last night, we had a big earthquake of 7.6. It's a very big earthquake.
Yes.
Which was close to the Swan Islands. And the Swan Islands sort of sit on that little bit of the boundary of the Caribbean plate, sort of about 800 kilometers west of Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same boundary that goes through Jamaica and goes out the other side to Haiti, where we had the Haiti earthquake.
Yes.
So what we're seeing is we're seeing movements on this very, very big plate boundary. And every time stress builds up enough, it flicks and it gives us a big earthquake. Hopefully not a big one, but these two big ones, these two were very big ones. Now, when we get a big earthquake, whenever we get a big earthquake, we always have to worry about tsunamis.
Why is that?
Tsunamis can be generated in, there's three ways, but there's two ways for earthquakes. So the first one is that when the two plates move against each other, the two sides of the fault move against each other, one goes up and one goes down.
Mm-hmm.
If you're underwater, you think about it in a bath. If you put your legs up, water swashes away in one direction. It's the same thing. If you do that, if you displace the actual rocks at the bottom of the sea, then the water has to basically come back to equilibrium, and it does that by creating a wave.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what a tsunami is.
Oh, I see. So, so talk to me about how at risk Jamaica is for a tsunami, and how high can it go, and what's the impact that could possibly happen?
Okay, well, this one, the plates didn't go up and down; they moved side by side, so there's less chance of that happening.
Okay.
But what you can also happen is that a big earthquake can trigger a landslide underwater.
Oh.
And that does the same thing. It displaces water, and therefore you can get a big wave generated.
Yes.
So we have had them in the past. When we've had big earthquakes, the Port Royal, the Kingston earthquake, we have had tsunamis that have actually affected Jamaica.
Okay.
They're probably on the level, they're not big. They're not gigantic compared to what we've heard of in the Indian Ocean in Japan. We might be talking 1 meter, maybe even 2 meters, very close to them.
Okay.
It's enough if people live in those sort of areas, that's going to be very problematic.
Yes. Well, thank God, the warning has been called off. And, but I know for a lot of people, just the word tsunami generates a lot of fear and anxiety just because of what we've seen happen in other places across the world.
Exactly.
Where those things have happened. I know for some persons, they didn't even sleep last night just because they were uncertain as to whether or not, what would happen. I mean, it could it just crawl back out? I don't even know.
Well, let's put it like this. I mean, there were media things, and people went online and looked at things, and they were saying, well, it could hit early in the morning and things like that. That was not the case.
Okay.
Invariably, these waves, if they're generated, they hit very quickly.
Okay.
They travel at something like 600 to 800 kilometers an hour, which is very, very fast. It's like a jet.
Yes.
So if you think where an earthquake is, if a jet can get to you in that time, that's how long it would take a tsunami to get to you. So where this was, it would take something like 45 minutes to get here. So if these things are issued, after 45 minutes, if nothing's happened, nothing's probably going to happen.
I see. So that means then, for example, ODPEM and all our agencies then need to understand that they need to be prepared to react in that time frame.
ODPEM did. They did. They issued the warning at the beginning when they said that there's a potential of that, and they just continued it after that time.
Right.
Nobody report discontinuation because, it's not so important, and so unless you go online and look at it.
Yes.
But I think the more important thing isn't that. The more important thing is that people have to be aware that this was an earthquake which we didn't feel.
Yes.
We did not feel it in Jamaica, yet it could have affected us.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the very important things to be aware of is that we have to be cognizant of the fact that things that happen around us actually could cause us problems.
Yes, can affect us,
If you're in a beach, if you're on a beach which has a shallow offshore and a very low inland area, maybe with a tourist, let's look at the grill, for instance. That was facing that direction. That is where a tsunami could come in.
Yes.
That means a tsunami there would cause some problems. So you must take these things very seriously.
Natural disasters are indeed very serious. We've been hearing, Prof, that Jamaica is due for a major earthquake. We've not had one in quite a while, and I hope we do not have them because earthquakes are just so just frightening and devastating. Talk to me about, is that true? Because, people will say stuff and not necessarily have the right information or the pertinent information. Is Jamaica due an earthquake, a major earthquake soon?
In some senses, yes, it is true that we have not had an earthquake since 1907. It's a good length of time away. But then you think about the one before that, 1692. It's a long time before. Yes, we're in the phase where we could get an earthquake. But even then, if you look at what happened in Tibet, they had two big earthquakes almost right next to each other. So there's no easy way of predicting it. You could get an earthquake. We could get one tomorrow. We could say that this one just yesterday offset stress and transferred it onto Jamaica, or it offset stress and is actually relieved it, and so we're not going to see anything. We can't work it out. We don't have enough information yet to be able to work these things out. So it's very difficult for us to predict these things.
Yes.
What people need to be able to do is to realize that, well, if we do have an earthquake, how are we going to deal with it?
Right.
Okay, so, what's the most important thing? Well, number one is get out of your house if you can, once the earthquake's over, but you also need some supplies. So
yes.
We have earthquakes. We talk about hurricane supplies, and you put them in June and you take them out in November. Well, eat them in November and then put another set in for the rest of the year, so that if an earthquake happens, you've still got something to live on.
Yes.
Because it's those early days after an earthquake which are the most difficult. Help has to come in. But it takes time for help to come in.
Yes. So how are you going to survive until the help comes? But Professor, what is happening in the atmosphere? I posed this question to Evan Thompson from the meteorological. Why have we been having these major natural disasters so frequently? Everything is haphazard. Everything is haywire, and it's almost as if nobody can predict anything anymore. What is happening? What are the issues? And as people, how can we help? Can we do anything, or is it that we're just like lambs to the slaughter, sitting ducks, and we just have to wait?
Before, if you go back 200 years, we weren't really mixing with the environment the way we mix with it today. And there's one big thing that actually changes the environment, and that is burning fossil fuels. Because as we burn fossil fuels, the result is that we put more CO2 in the atmosphere.
Yes.
More CO2 goes into the atmosphere. What that does is it actually traps more heat from the sun on the planet. So what we're seeing is that there's therefore more energy in the planet system. So rather than just directly heating it up, what we're actually seeing is a much more dynamic weather system going on. So sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's hot. Mm-hmm. And we're seeing this. We're seeing the bigger storms and things like this. So it's not that, we use the term climate change these days rather than climate warming, because warming isn't necessarily the right way. It's changing to a different type of climate. We don't know what it's going to be.
Yes. Because
we don't have that information. We can look back into the past when, if we go back into, hundreds of millions of years ago, we did have that much CO2. It was a different world. And if we're pushing it that way, there's going to be big changes in the world. How can we deal with it? Well, we need to think about can we get away from fossil fuels? At the moment, it's very difficult.
There was.
If we can't.
Go ahead,
Prof. We can't get away from them. Mm-hmm. If we can't get away from them, can we start sucking CO2 out of the atmosphere? So can we be returning things back to normal?
For some persons, the argument, and of course there was no proof of this or evidence of this, but a lot of people on Twitter were wondering if there was some kind of nuclear weapon being tried out or tested, and that caused the tsunami. It wasn't really an earthquake, but it was a bomb that they were testing in the water.
Absolutely say no, and the reason I can say that is because the earthquake unit monitors. And as well as picking up earthquakes, we also pick up nuclear explosions.
Okay, and there was none.
Distinguish a nuclear explosion from an earthquake, just because of it's basically how it looks on the waves that come in. So no, nobody's been doing that.
Well, great.
I can guarantee it because we can see that around the world.
Well,
and we do that. We do that here. So
well, that's why I asked the professor, because people will say all kinds of things, but we like we like clarity. We like pertinent information, so people are not running scared and thinking all sorts of things. So there was no nuclear testing of any kind of weapon or weaponry. Professor Mitchell says that they can decipher and distinguish between an earthquake and nuclear testing, and there was none.
That's why one of the little things that went off in North Korea, we can say that was a nuclear test, because we can actually see it. Okay. And we can actually see the characteristics of it. So we can actually tell these things. They have a distinctive signature.
Oh, wow. And there was no signature last night?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
We can pick these things up. It's easy to pick up, okay? We can actually distinguish. If somebody blasts in a quarry, we pick those up on our seismometers. We can actually distinguish that and say that there's a blast. So we can actually see all these things happen.
Okay. All right, Professor. Thank you so very much. So we don't need to worry, Professor, because the 45 minutes that it would have taken to get here, that has long gone, that has long passed.
That's long gone. There could be some aftershocks that generate smaller things, but we're far enough away, 800 kilometers. It probably isn't going to be an issue to us now.
All right, sir. So, Thank you so very much.
I would say we're happy enough at the moment. We've survived another potential. We've in the last year. And I say not the current year, but the year, we've actually done very well in terms of climate, because we've done that very well.
Yeah, well, I'm so happy to hear that. And coming from you, as well trained, exposed as you are, I feel comfortable right now. I just, I'm breathing a sigh of relief, and I'm quite sure many of my listeners are too.
Well, let's just keep our fingers crossed that we don't get a big earthquake. That's all we just don't want.
Yeah, we just hope and pray. All right, sir. Yeah. Thank you, Professor Simon Mitchell, Head of Geography and Geology, Head of the Earthquake Unit at the University of the West Indies. You're locked and loaded to Miss Kitty Live. This is Nationwide 90 FM.
Underage gambling is illegal. You can be fined or imprisoned for enabling a minor to engage in gambling activities. Call Crime Stop at 311 to report illegal gambling. The time by the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission is
3:49.
Just a come, left or right. Ooh, yeah. Ah, boy. And them say, here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Sent by the Savior, welcome the Rasta youths. I start recruit soldiers for Selassie army. Hey. Here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Welcome the Savior, welcome the Rasta youths. You're not for oxygen, I did general, you been a warning. The people them a ball, said them tired of mediocre. Evil a go fall when we tried in Ethiopia. Believing from down, cause them like no easy water. Even one man said it's
Nationwide 90 FM Chronics on your radio. If you're just tuning in, a pleasant afternoon to ya. This is a Wire Wednesday, and you're listening to Miss Kitty Live with the DJ Calico and your fluffy diva. You know what I mean? Fluffing up your radio, fluffing up your edutainment. So, Calico, we can breathe a sigh of relief, and that is why I like to ask the real people them the real question. You hear the gentleman just say?
Yes, I.
No, because everybody the nuclear, but nuclear. Even so, Kim Jong Un left all of them there. I come over the party here. I out some of them there. Why not see my part? Why not over our podcast, right? I know you hear about nuclear. And then you know how we are, Calico. Them run with everything like a gospel. And everybody has an opinion about something, okay?
Yeah,
people who don't know the alphabet, people who don't know the vowels, them have an opinion about everything. And when they talk, it's like gospel. Like them know, I'm a know if you have. No, you don't know. No, you don't know, okay? But on Miss Kitty Live, we make you know, okay, what's really going on. So thanks to Professor Mitchell for sharing with us just now that for now, at least, we're out of harm's way. The earthquake and all the threat has dissipated, okay? But as I must say, the earthquake caused the shift in tectonic movement. So in the plate shift, it's logical, Calico.
Yeah.
Cause if one plate drop and one come up, it'll kick up the water. So they kick up the water, it send it. You understand? So not like it can drop on the vacation and over one part, okay? So as he said, if within 45 minutes, if it's not here, it ain't coming, okay? Because it travels that fast, okay? So I guess now it would be to our authorities, ODPEM, and all the necessary agencies to be in preparation and readiness. Because you're faster man, it can reach ya. So to try and make sure it's already up. Police, ODPEM. All the agencies, the ministries, make sure y'all ready. Because we know one way, we have something them oxygen tank power back and flip to water. You understand? Then everybody gonna say, oh my God, it was a tsunami, Yes, I will put on flipper and dipper. Can I sipper?
What's that?
All that? No, me not put my hotel. I'm ready for. Me say, remember, baby, mommy, get ready. Me have a pack a bag. Come here, move out. Me, my bag for pack. Me have a pack a bag. I have a bag.
I drink a pack and eat.
I drink a pack. Ready to go. Buy a big deal. Get some dry food and go to the area. You understand? Go to the area.
You serious?
Yes. Yeah, you gotta be prepared. Andrika, listen. When I read the tsunami alert, hear me all up, guys. Am I in a movie? Is this for real? Because like you hear more them something about Japan over them party. Somebody said Kim Jong Un, him come over here. Who sent call him?
No, but we are actually more at risk than they are.
Listen to me.
In huge water, bigly water.
Okay. Big up to the stable genius. Ocean ocean water. I gotta tell you, like, Tajna, last night, I got a little frightened, you know. One at the time in my house, but after I can't see nothing, so what I look for exactly? Because I want something that's up on the roof. Because I can't see something.
Up the roof is the worst place for you to be.
So what for the Tasha?
And that's why.
We go up at Blue Ridge. Yes. Up there, so over there.
Yes.
Up at Blue Ridge.
Yes.
You know if we make a little part? We'll make a little part. We'll link the people there. Yeah, we're going to link the links and make the links link. Hello. When we even them something, they hear me? No, not moi. What's going on? Up at Cherry Garden, flood house, up there. Up at Stony Hill. We're going up the hill. How about it? Graham Heights, good afternoon. How you doing? Smokyville, how you doing? We coming up the hill. That's what's up right now. But I'm so happy that, again, the Lord has covered us. And
almost laugh about it.
It's not, but Tasha, like, I was legit frightened. It is very possible.
And it's not to be.
I laugh about it, Tasha. Which part of them?
People on Twitter and Instagram and meme and I'm like, these people realize
them sad like the whole Adele album, them sad bad. May I tell you? So you hear about a tsunami and it's funny?
No, because it never come.
Oh, because it.
Yeah. No, and that's my thing. You see, we miss things by the skin of our teeth down here.
And instead of being grateful, we're laughing. Okay, wow. Okay, I'm happy that there are more well-thinking Jamaicans and well-thinking people on this island. So, yeah, for the other, the special set, where God make when light gone, them over one part. So, we're talking about well-thinking Jamaicans, you know what I mean, who we are very grateful and thankful, and to all the prayer warriors and all those persons, who, at that point in time, bless you all. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. We can't even take a liquor in, much less a tsunami. That's a whole nother show, and I'm not going there with you guys today. I'm going back to my chronics and preparing for the lovely doctor that I have in my studio. I died 50,000 times. Good afternoon to you, my darling. My name is Miss Kitty. Welcome. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You're on my Facebook.
I am. Oh, wow. Hey, I like your hair. It's awesome. Hi, Lucas in Germany. Guten Tag. Wie geht's? Ah, boy. Yeah, turn down for me a little Damian. Her headset, please.
I just want you to do one little favor for me and just pull that way.
Pull okay, this?
Yes, because it's kind of, it needs to be charged. Thank you.
Yes. So in my ear, so now my ear, my father.
Listen, I just made sure I ate something and packed my bag, put on my running clothes because it's time to go.
I want to sleep on my sneakers. I'm tired, come and sleep good. I don't sleep good enough, I don't know if it will real.
And then them say, 1 meter, so I measure it. I say, that's a half of me, no, I say, a half of me.
You know, when a tsunami is coming, when the animals start going to the hills.
When I have enough animal on my part, I don't know.
No, man, like, watch like the lizard, they are.
Oh, but give us 2 minutes in my house, we're not
going to see all of that. We just know so we look out for water.
Yes, yeah, the animals give the indicator.
Always watch them.
Yeah. But I was scared though, I know like.
I measure it, I say, alright, 3.3 feet is like half or so of me, so I say, alright, I can live if I run.
No, she worked out, she put on her going out clothes.
I have my sneakers ready.
No, she not even say
I'm gonna sleep good. Come here,
she put on her going out clothes.
Yes, we need to be on the go.
You gotta be on the go, you gotta hurry, man. It was crazy. Alright, Doc, so essentially, it's the start of the new year, it's the start of the year. Brand new, and our health is of paramount importance. Many people in our culture, we only go to the doctor when we are sick, and we're trying to get into the habit of going to prevent being sick, or at least mitigate those circumstances that would make us sick. And if we are sick, what do we do before it gets to a crisis situation? So we're talking about, we do conventional medicine, but we also like, to give people alternative, to let everybody know that there is not just one way to deal with things, okay? So when you're ill, there are myriad of ways to deal with it. You're going to choose based on your style or your belief or whatever, but one at least, make you know, say, it exists, right? So you're a naturopath, iridologist, and microscopist. Correct? Good. So we're going to talk about what all those are. What does that mean? When you talk about your eyes really reveal so much. They always say, look into the person's eyes to see the seat of their soul. And so we're going to talk about all of that and where you are, where we can find you. Why do we need to look into iridology? Why we need to look into microscopy or naturopathy and all of that stuff. Yes. Ma'am. Great. So, yes, guys. So, we're choosing life, okay? So we have Dr. Fowler in studio today. And it's start of the year, so doctor's on call. And she's my very first guest. So we're going to talk about those things. We're going to talk about cancer and them something because, oh, Jesus.
The things.
C word. Oh, Jesus. People of America or Germany, I want today. If we don't have the cure, if you can't let go it now, we don't make enough money. I'm not telling a lie. Too much good people are dead. We can't let go the cure now, because we don't have it around there. For we don't have a friend. Yeah. The pharmacy people, they don't have it. We can't let it go now, man. People are going moon and all know we can't solve cancer. We have the cure, man. Don't let it go now, man. I'm not telling you, if I even look at one pill. Yeah, man.
Even half a pill.
Yeah, people got moon and all about and which part them go over there? Be a space shuttle and be a something. They don't have it now, man. Come on, man. We're not wanting the temporary fix. We want a permanent thing. Come on now, man. We don't have it around there. We know the drug company and the money people them. I would know pharmacology and pharmaceutical. It's all about the capitalists. But really and truly, good people are die. Can we get it? May I say? I all agree say I free up the cure now, man. Can't have it around there. A big place. Lock up. The formula. Run it now. Ciao. Every time people just are dead, son. Ciao. I don't know why now. Because it's just so sad to see somebody lose their life. It's painful.
It's extremely painful.
You're dead left a nice clean pit. They made dead. What may I tell you?
The most painful is watching a child.
Yeah, man. Jesus have mercy.
Or 17-year-old just got a scholarship.
Yeah. Wicked.
Somebody said sick people increases money.
Yeah, we know that. That's why they're not going to cure. Because they always want to have you on the medication.
They already know exactly.
They know exactly because they create it and do something.
They are going to earn on chemotherapy drugs.
Yes.
They already assess that amount
yes.
this year.
Yeah. Let us put humanity before the almighty dollar.
Yes.
That's my thing. Can we start putting humanity before the almighty dollar? I'm just saying. We must have it by now, 2018. We could tell me so that have it. We can do all kind of things, track people's face. We can all kind of face recognition, all kind of something. Calico, talk the truth, man. They will make robot and she attack all about us. I know you can't cancer, sir. The robot all a wine. I see somebody with the robot a wine. Let a robot wine and talk about cancer and stem cell research and stuff. Why would we don't know that? Robot, she was the first citizen, I think, in Saudi Arabia. Oh, wow. Okay. We're giving robots human, status. They don't have the cure, man. We need it, man. Really and truly, man. Cancer has ravaged so many people. Their lives, it's so sad. Why may I tell you? I don't know. Father, good and great God. Boy, murder. The man or the woman that have the cure, Father God, touch them, make them leg up it. Make them drop the paper, wet them on the formula, so somebody can catch it. Or left the safe for the cure in an open, make somebody go in there and catch it. Because them have it.
That is such an emotional subject.
Yeah, man, I don't like talk about it, but it's just so, yeah. Emotional. That's why I'm saying, remember it only in the health world, I couldn't do it. But that's a ball up my life. Kind of patient, I cry. No, my emotional about people, but
you don't know how to tell a family that
you
this just happened.
To be in the health field.
You
have a good emotion. You have to be able to hug someone who is crying. You have to be able to allow them to cry and don't rush them out of the office and listen to them. Sometimes I bawl with them too.
Yes. Oh, Dr. Fowler, you can say hi to my Facebook Live. They're watching.
Hello, everyone. We escaped the tsunami, praise God.
Amen.
And we just thank God for a new year, a new horizon, and we are going to empower ourselves here to make it good in this beautiful country we call Jamaica.
Amen. We're choosing life, honey. That's what she says, and that's what we're doing. We're choosing life. So to get to the pens and papers ready to write down the things. Because remember, we're writing this year. Writing, so you have the things, okay?
That's right.
So we're writing stuff down, guys. So get your pens, your paper, and all of that stuff. Because Dr. Fowler is going to educate us on a lot of stuff today, okay? We're choosing life, all right? And the best life. Remember, no excuses, just results. That's what's up. How many more, Damian? Damian?
Last one.
Oh, you know.
Because he met the signal.
Oh, sorry. Oh, he did? I didn't know. She has a new song? Yes, sweetheart. Oh my God.
You can't remember.
She has a new song. Tasha Cobbs. Nationwide 90 FM, voice of Remain Virgo on your radio. And if you were just tuning in, a pleasant afternoon to you. Thank you for making it to Miss Kitty Live. Doctors on call. You know how we do. We set the year off right. We set the tone for the year. We need to be mentally ready. We need to be physically ready. We need to be spiritually ready. And we got to make sure that we are in tune. A lot of people just go through life aimlessly, without a plan, without any direction. And then wonder why they might feel, wonder why they are sick, wonder, they must have wonder like Alice in Wonderland. So, but if you fail to prepare, then you prepare to fail. And failure and mediocrity is not a part of who we are over here at Team Miss Kitty, honey. And so we get to the persons to give us the tools with which we need to build our lives, build our minds, build our bodies, build our souls. And I have a lady here this afternoon that her hair alone is giving me life right now, okay? Her hair, her aura is giving me life right now. And that is what we're choosing. We're choosing life. We're choosing to be the best us that we can be, the best version of ourselves. And a part of being the best version means that we need to be the healthy version. Because incidentally, Calico, if we're not nurturing our bodies, we're killing it. So what are we doing? What are we eating? What supplements are we taking? What are we doing? We have a culture that says that we only go to the doctor or seek medical intervention when we're sick. And by the way, Jamaicans, we are wait and we are watch. Because true, we go medical school and so, yeah, we are watch it little. Your belly hurt, you got a bathroom about 5-10 times already. Me a watch it little. Your belly hurt, it has split open, but me a go and watch it little. Me stop it with little alcohol and watch it till the morning. And you watch it, and you just a watch like he's a watchman. You understand? And then by the time you get to the hospital, the doctors sometimes can't do anything for you and can't do anything to save you. And you should not have been watching it. Like all me, Calico, anything, as me feel like a doctor. Better me go and send me back home. Remember say you go to college and you study feet and you pass the exam. I never did it. Send me back home, okay? And then when they prescribe something for you, once you start feel better, you stop. You know what? I take the course of the medicine. What the people them say if you take it out? You take it as cardon to how you feel. I feel better now, man. Man, up and running. That's not how it works, okay? So we need to follow directions. We need to follow directives, okay? And we need not wait until it is a dire emergency to go to the doctor. We should be taking our regular vitamins, our regular supplements, doing our regular checkups to make sure that we are in the best place that we need to be. So yesterday, we started the process of feeding the mind, and today, we're looking at feeding the body. Healing is a journey, and everything begins with you. Dr. Vinola Fowler, she's a naturopath, an iridologist, and a microscopist. Hey, mama, Dr. Fowler, welcome to Miss Kitty Live. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for the invitation.
Well, thank you thank you for being here because, you know.
I start laughing. It's so full of humor.
Well, I think they say laughter is the best medicine.
Best medicine.
Yeah, so we got to make sure. Yes. So a naturopath, an iridologist, and a microscopist. Now, please, Dr. Fowler, because we only see these words in the dictionary. You understand? But no, enough people discombobulate it right now. Like I worry, like keep with a lady there. How much school she goes? So she got school from she to
all my life.
Well, first of all, tell us a little bit about Dr. Fowler, who you are, from whence you came.
I am from here, Jamaica. I studied at Excelsior.
Yes.
And I had the privilege to have Mr. Powell, Honorable Mr. Powell, as a patient.
Wow.
And when he walked in my office, he said, "Oh, you baby girl."
Yes.
He said to me, "What can you do for me?" I see myself as a very spiritual being.
Yes.
I am very compassionate with people.
Yes.
I am forceful.
Yes.
In other words, I am not aggressive, I'm just assertive.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah. I'm not bossy, I just know what I'm about.
Amen.
So I may come out a little bit strong because I am, this type A personality would like something done like right now.
Like right now, we get it done.
Because right now is promised to me, but even if I should wait till tomorrow to go do it, tomorrow isn't promised.
Yeah.
So I may come on like that because I'm dealing with lives. Like I tell my staff, I'm not doing floral arrangement. I can't pull it out and put it back on.
Yeah.
So I have to be circumspect.
Yes.
And know exactly what I'm doing.
Yes.
So prayer is a whole lot. I have to pray before I start.
Wow.
I have to pray in between. And more about myself. I'm married.
Yes.
To a wonderful man.
Hey, King. Hi, sir. How you doing?
I call him my college boy.
Oh, yeah?
I know he's dying with laugh right now. And I have 3 wonderful children and 4 or 5 grandchildren.
Wow.
And I praise God for them because I lived to be at this age to see them.
Yes.
And to work along with them. And they like to hang with me. When you see 24-year-olds 22-year-old want to hang with a woman my age,
yeah.
You know I must be.
So you're not a grandma. You're not a grandma. You're a glamour.
Yes, glamour.
Yeah. So and again, family is very important in terms of nurturing and our health and giving us purpose to live and giving us that drive. So talk to me about delving into, because you're a doctor of letters, not a medical doctor. Right. So talk to me about the work that you have done and how did you get to this particular path?
All right. I did nursing.
Yes.
Intensive care nursing at Kings County Hospital. And one night, 3 nights in a row, we had to resuscitate patients.
Yes.
So I think the 3rd night it got to me and my heart began to race like crazy. I was in chest pain, so I jumped in the bed and I hooked myself up real fast to see if I was going out next.
Yes.
And I just had, my baby was about a year old or so, and I began to pray, girl, you pray hard when that feeling come upon you. And I said, God, I work very hard, and I know there is something else I can do to help. It's not just the medication.
Yes.
So God bless this little mother at church. She says, I'm going to give you a book, Back to Eden.
Yes.
And that's going to be your next Bible. And my chest pain got so aggressive that I was diagnosed with IHSS, idiopathic hypertrophic subaortic stenosis. In other words, the tightening of the valves.
Yes.
So climbing up the stairs was a problem. And it's just 2 little stairs in my house.
Yes.
It became a problem. And many things I do, I get short of breath.
Yes.
And then I became a liability for the hospital, so they let me go.
Wow.
So I says, fine, I'm going to educate my mind.
Yes.
So I was at church one Sabbath evening, and a 84-year-old lady was speaking on herbs and so forth, and they were harassing her because she didn't know the medical terminology for how to assess it. So I walked from the back the church and said, Maud Scott, I'm going to stand beside you, baby. I'm going to answer the medical words. And I did. I know she said to me, she said, girl, you need to graduate from this school. You got to go to this school. Because number one, they let me go to the hospital. I had no job, and I refused to see myself as being disabled.
Yes.
In the sense where I can't work in what I've been trained to do.
Yes.
You see, your expenses are how you were trained.
Yes.
So if I can't work, what am I going to do?
Yes.
So God placed this gentleman in Dr. Pat Van Manahan.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was to get the valve replacement, I said, no, I ain't going to do this. I refuse to do this. He says, girl, I want you out of this hospital and change your diet. And I went on a 21-day fast of water.
Water.
And at that time, I was still working because they were considering letting me go.
Yes.
And during that time, I lost 32 pounds in 21 days.
Wow.
I flushed those pills down the toilet, which I wouldn't tell anybody to do.
Yes.
But I already got the Back to Eden books that tell me about N.M.S and herbs and dietary change and get off the meat kind and go on the vegetable kind. So my husband always say, everything in the fridge is green except the carrot.
Yes.
Because everybody had to, I said, listen, this is a family thing. You all need me and I need you, so you're going to join me and change this diet. So we did.
Nice.
So that brought down my weight.
Yes.
And my heart palpitation was lessened. I got off medication and I went on herbs like hawthornberry and motherwort.
Oh, wow.
And those are heart herbs.
Oh.
And then I add the garlic in it. And then I put the vervine to control my type A personality that has to have everything done at the same time. And that kind of slowed me down a bit, so I was able to adjust myself.
Yes, and balance.
And balance myself. Then I realized I don't like to exercise, but I do dance class. So I get involved in many things. And that made a big difference.
Yes.
Then I said, I was working at the hospital and I'm driving in the snow, and I said, Lord Jesus, haven't I proven myself to you that I could do something else for health? Because everybody, I did open heart surgery, worked in open heart, I worked in intensive care and neonate, and I said, everybody did the surgery, come back.
Yes.
After they clean the arteries, they come back. Something is wrong. They went back, because if you have this problem today on this diet, and the problem was corrected, and you continue the same diet, the problem comes back again.
Yes.
So you got to do a lifestyle change.
Yes.
So that's when I started to rearrange everything.
Yes.
And I said, God, I must have proven myself to you. And I'm going to give you a joke now. Then there was Gilbert.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the devastation. And I said, I'm going to go to all the hospitals that I've worked in and ask them for help.
Yes.
And I got the help. Then I said, okay, now I got the things. I'm going to get them out of here.
Yes.
That time, Eastern was running. And a Jamaican fellow was in charge. I never met him at the time. And he gave me 2 trailer loads. And I collect things like crazy, and the newsmen came with me. And I was able to distribute at Andrews Hospital and different hospitals and other private sectors. And then I spoke with Mr. Powell. And I said, Mr. Powell, what's going to happen to the people who don't know what to do in this hurricane with the diseases going to come through? He said, you want to get on air? I said, will you? And there was another Excelsorian who was at JBC. Was it JBC at the time?
Probably.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
I wonder if Cliff Hughes.
And no, and I got an air.
Yes.
And then when I began to talk, the question was, where can we see you to be examined?
Yes.
And I said to my mom, I said, Mom, can you give me a spot? She said, girl, use that room. So my mother and father said, go ahead. And that's how we got started.
Wow.
So I examined, and I was on my way out because I got to go back home now, back to Florida. And there was a call, if I'm on the island, can I come back on air?
Yes.
And I had to make a U-turn, went back on air. Remember, I got free tickets, so I can play with it.
Yes.
So I went and I explained everything that everybody asked. And then I said, Lord, this is it.
Yes.
I want you to open a path for me. And that's how we got actually started.
Yes.
And then I just keep talking at different places and then begin to examine, and from one to the next to the person, because I never publicly advertised.
Yes.
It was mouth advertisement.
Yes.
From one
word
person
of mouth.
to the next.
Yes.
And that brought in the people that we needed, and I began to hire people, I began to work with them, and that's how we started.
So talk to me about who is a naturopath.
A naturopath is a person who has studied not only herbology, the sciences they have studied.
Mm-hmm.
And they use a different approach, a natural approach, not chemical approach, towards healing. And it includes the holistic being, the mind, body, and spirit.
Yes.
Because a naturopath knows that every organ has an emotion. Like the pancreas is the organ of sympathy.
Oh,
you
yeah?
break your foot this moment, immediately your sugar going to rise at that moment.
Oh.
And also, when you get very upset and you get the heartburn here.
Yeah.
But let me get back to naturopath. And what the naturopath does, that person studies herbology, nutrition, exercises involved. We call them biological scientists.
Yes.
Because they have to get involved in the entire being. And when they work with someone, it's not just giving a prescription and send them out, but to give them a chance to talk and ask them what is behind this.
Yes.
And get to the point of it. And they set up a specific program for you to deal with. And in our program as a naturopath iridologist, I specialize in cleansing the lymphatic system.
Okay.
So because the lymphatic system is what runs under the skin, the clear part of the blood, because blood is solid.
Yes.
And the lymph carries it. And it carries the nutrients as well as the diseases. So in my naturopathic program, when I studied under Dr. Jensen, I learned that if you don't clean the lymphatic system, we ain't get started nowhere.
Yes.
So you can't give in new things without washing out the person first, and then start step by step.
Yes.
You see?
To replenish.
That's right.
Yes.
So as I cleanse, we go through the healing. We cleanse, we go through the healing.
Okay. And iridologist?
An iridologist is a person that has studied analyzing the colored part of the eye, which is the iris.
Yes.
You see a blue-colored eye person, you see the different lines here and there and different kind of colors and so forth. Well, when I examine you, each time I look at you, at your iris, I am analyzing 2 to 250 lines each time.
Wow.
And each line tells me where I'm looking, what organ.
Yes.
And iridology tells me how well you lived, how well you chose not to live. It lets me know in advance conditions that can occur if we don't make the change like right now.
Yes.
Because if I examine you and see a high cholesterol and high salt, I am going to say to you, you are heading into a cardiovascular condition. And then when I look at your iris, I can tell the left eye is the mama and the right eye is the daddy, so I could tell you what genealogy you have most.
Yes.
And what you should stay away from.
Yes.
So having that underlying factor of that diabetes and blood pressure is in your family's history, you may be part of that history if you continue with the lifestyle.
Right.
Because I still do not believe that diabetes and blood pressure is actually totally hereditary. I believe it can have some disposing factor to it. But I do believe it's diet that contributes to it, and not being able to handle stress properly
Yes.
also contributes to it.
Yes.
So the iridology is a very good tool to assist in the healing of mankind.
Well, they say the eyes are the seats of the soul. Look into somebody's eyes and you can see into their souls. And you are also a microscopist.
Yes.
Yes.
A microscopist is a person who has studied how to analyze the blood. 8 little drops on a slide under the microscope, and you have live blood. Live blood is as I take the little drop and put it, I have to do it immediately after waiting 2 seconds for it to settle a bit. And then there I can see the bacteria, the actual cells moving.
Yes.
And I can analyze from your head to your toes through it.
Yes.
All the organs. The same thing now I can do a dry one. A dry one is when I allow it to dry first, then I go back and I check it afterwards.
Okay.
So what it does is, when I do your iridology and I suspect the colon to be very toxic, and I see where in the left side of the colon, in the sigmoid colon, I look for the H. pylori, that bacteria that tends to sit there, I will now do a microscopy drop on you to actually see it and show you.
Yes.
Yes, I had a gentleman that came in from Boston, and he was having diarrhea like crazy, 24, 25 a day. How the poor soul settled on the plane to come on, the God knows. And I had Googled what the bacteria look like.
Yes.
So when I did his eye and I did the blood, the man was flabbergasted.
Yeah.
Because the same bacteria was showing. I said, there it is. That's the H. pylori you have.
Yes. And that was the issue.
That was the issue.
So when we come to Dr. Fowler, okay, you get all of these 3 things. So you do the eyes, then you do the microscopy, then so you get all those 3 steps.
Not all the time.
Okay.
I only do the microscopy when I suspect something else that I need a little bit more detail on.
Okay.
Because it's costly. So I'm not going to put you in unnecessary cost. I use it, say you come with a stage 4 or a stage, and I'm saying, but this don't look so.
Yes.
Let me double check on it.
Yes.
I will go into more detail with that. If not, ordinarily, the iris tells me everything.
Yes.
I just use the others as a backup.
Yes.
When you come with some disease that I can't spell the name, and I have to look it up and I say, and you'll ask me, do you know about it? I say, no, girl, I know about this. Let me just check immediately.
Yes.
I will tell you, I don't know.
Yes.
And I'll check. While you're sitting right there, I'm checking. I say, oh, that's what it is. And then we start to figure it out. Immediately now, I begin to touch on my sources now. Have you come across this? What herbal supplement did you suggest for this? and then I have to create now your supplement for your specific condition.
Okay, because I'm happy that you said that, Doc, because many times you have supplements on the market. There are so many of them right now. A lot of us, you go into a pharmacy or you go into a food store, health food store, and you're just inundated with labels and calico. I don't know sometimes which one to choose, which is best. I don't know. Sometimes I just run with a little name with the name of everybody at top, but I just run with because you don't really know which is best for you, and it's not like a one size fits all. So as you're saying, what calico may need, I may not need.
That's
what
right.
Andrica may need, I may not need.
That's
but
right.
then these pre-done supplements in the bottle on the shelves already may not necessarily be for me. So I'm quite liking the fitting to everybody's, designing
right.
a supplement or program toward a person's individual and specific needs. So Doc, talk to us about the services and therapies that you offer at Choose Life and explain them.
All right, some of the services we have in Jamaica, there's a lot of acid reflux.
Yeah, talk to me, lady. Me like you already.
Excessive.
Me for tell you about
acid
it.
Reflux, because our society is an angry society.
Amen.
Now, in our teaching, acid reflux has to do with a lot of bitterness and anger that was unresolved. I must now take the time to talk to you, because I see something in the iris.
Yes.
Around 5 years old or 9 years old. Can I touch it? If you're by yourself, I go into it. If you have company, I'm not going to.
Yes.
Because privacy is so important.
Yes, confidentiality.
So when I see that you have the acid reflux and you're getting this chest pain like you're about to have a heart attack and you're getting Dica till Jesus comes, I said, now, let's talk. Here is a seat of judgment, the solar plexus. We call it the pit of the stomach.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And when you eat the greasy food, it's like fire burning. I said, now, when you think of anger, what happens? She said, it burns the same way.
Yes.
I said, all right. Now, let's get to something emotional. There is some underlying emotional issue that even if I remove the physical stones, the spiritual ones going to attack you still. So we got to work on that. So that's where the Dear God letter comes in.
Yeah.
So now gallbladder is a big thing for us. So for instance, let me explain to you. If you and I are up on the mountain and she's in the valley and there's a crowd and I say, what happened down there? She says, a car accident down there, and the man then just throw the man just fly over that side. Immediately you say, oh God, the man dead. She didn't say the man dead.
Yes.
But because you know it is a car accident and the man fly over the opposite side into a ravine, more than likely the man is dead.
Yes.
So automatically the judgment of negativism come in.
Yes.
And that acid gonna burn you right away.
Yes.
So it's not just dietary, it's also emotional.
Yes.
So when I help you to flush out that gallstone within 2 days, and the next 30 days you're dropping the rest. That's one program. Then the next program we have is a fibroid program.
Yes.
Because your feminine ego was blown by a partner, you never let it go.
Oh.
That's the emotion about it. And you say, this now happened to me again. I'm locking off this for good. You lock it off for good. And then what happens? The emotion begins to walk in there. And then it begins to grow more fibroids because of the emotion. So you remove the fibroid, but you didn't change the diet. The emotion remains the same. So within 3 years, the fibroid go back again. What is the answer? What is the emotion that affected that behavior, that attracted this to you? Because your feminine ego was blown and you never let it go. So I have to get you write that letter, Dear God, this is my situation. And God know if you want to say a 4-letter word, L-O-V-E, God know, because he ain't stupid. He know you really want to do some cussing there, write it out. Because every 7 days you're going to reread those letters. Every 7th day. And if during the week and something comes up, it's a new page. And you have to continue reading, because the first time you write, you're going to bawl like a baby. When you begin to read the second time, you bawl, but you don't bawl so much. When you read the third time, it's lesser and lesser till the time comes when you read it, you don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
And the calmness of the Holy Spirit come over you that I can explain to you. You have to actually experience it.
Yes.
And we know when you do it. When our cancer patients write, we know. Because when you walk in, it's a nicer person to deal with.
Well, and I'm happy that you touched cancer, because so many persons are being afflicted by that, Dr. Fowler.
Yes.
And many persons really don't know where to turn, don't know where to go. The chemotherapy is not necessarily working, the medication isn't working, and they are at their last now. And really, choose life. Talk to me about the services for that.
All right.
And the different cancers you deal with.
Name it. The cancers we get is, we just pray and hope that they would come earlier. We get them in 4th and 5th stage. Once in a while we may get a 2nd stage. And when I was trained in Baja, Mexico, at Chipsa Hospital under Dr. Gerson's daughter. And in that hospital, I mastered the technique that she doubt would work in Jamaica, so I got to give it a try. 98.5% of 4th stage cancers survived. And that gave me the hope. It was absolutely nothing animal was placed in your system. The salt was removed, the sugar was removed, but you eat fruit.
Yes.
The food was cooked. They didn't desire salt because I do open cooking.
Okay.
So when you put your dishes in with the carrots and everything, a little sprinkle of water, just as sweet. So you don't have to boil out everything. So, and then when we went there and studied it, when I say we, my husband and I went there and studied it, we mastered so many things there. I got to say something. The first time we passed urine, it was so clear, it was like water.
Yes.
Because the juices and the water we had to drink and the herbs we had to drink. And I said, thank you. Now I can add this to the program.
Yes.
So what I learned there is what I carry here. So what I do, if you find a lump in your breast today, I beg you, don't panic. It was there sometime and it happened to bounce it this morning. Before you panic, just stop and think. From experience, I rather you cut out the lump, place it on a table and test it than do a needle biopsy. I know many people don't agree with me. The protocol says a needle biopsy. But the experience we have had in the office is this. Those who have done needle biopsies, if it is cancerous, it becomes a grapefruit overnight, a breadfruit by weekend, and in 2 weeks a jackfruit.
Mm-hmm.
You see, and my fear is that it gets so angry because you see the lump as an egg.
Yes.
So you put a needle with a little bigger hole in the egg. So when you pull out the liquid to test it, you leave a hole in the egg.
Yes.
Now the egg gonna seep, what's in the egg gonna seep out under my armpit and all over, so every ear begin to get hardened because that is lymphatic.
Yes.
Okay, but I do believe with all my heart that when that lump is cut out totally, you have a better chance of survival than when a biopsy is done and it becomes tough like a jackfruit in 2 weeks' time. And if a needle biopsy is done and the breast gets hardened within 2 weeks, I suggest remove it because you have already angered it. Remember, there's a lot of emotion behind it. Remove it instead of play around with it because it's already gone bad. You see? And what we find with breast cancer is this. The left breast has to do with emotional, it's slipping me right now. Family life.
Yes, the baggage.
Right, family life. And maybe remember it's right over the heart. So all that emotion is going in there and you're nurturing everybody except yourself. So that takes a toll on the system. We learned that in the right breast it has to do with jobs and business and careers and trying to prove the point because I missed out because say I got pregnant early and missed out and the other ones when I got to prove to my parents no I am going to do this, so you push and push and push and push and forgot about life, forgot about living, and that takes it. So in all, how I know that? When I talk to the people.
Yes.
When I said, tell me where this is coming from, tell me, talk with me, I can, and that's how I tally mine. So it may not agree with everybody else, but agree with what I know I am working with.
Yes.
So with the breast cancers, it's plaguing Jamaica, you know that.
Yes.
All right. Now the breast, the uterus, and the ovaries are the same tissue. So when you come with the breast, whether I see something in the ovary or not, I'll give you something for it. Because years ago in England, when you have breast cancer, they remove the breast and take out the uterus, and you live until they son you.
Oh, so there's a connection there.
You got it.
Okay. And what other therapies do you have?
I mentioned fibroids.
Yes, yes.
All right, that's another plague. In our program, the fibroids, I do not take fibroids 15 years old that are hard as a rock stone. I know my limitations.
Yes.
I will talk you into doing that surgery.
Yes.
After I cleanse you for 6 weeks.
Yes.
And get you fit and get your mind ready. And you're going to walk through, girl, and say, don't even stay 3 days in there. I want you out of there. Because you'll be fit.
I hear you talking, Dr. Fowler, about a lot of cleansing. Yes. How important is it to cleanse? And I see where you have a 1-day fast, a 3-day fast, and a 7 to 21 days therapy. Yes. Talk to me about the importance of fasting, the importance of cleansing.
All right. Before I get to that, in our program, the fibroids comes out through the vaginal passage.
Okay.
Bit by bit by bit after changing. Now, why you need a 1-day fast? There's 7 days in the week. So I now suggest for the new year, you need 2 days of non-animal or 2 days of fasting, giving the body a chance to rest.
Yes.
What fasting does, it allows the organ to spit out all the toxins during that time, and then you're renewing it, because as you're fasting, you're taking the clean juices in.
Yes.
You're doing the N.M.S to remove the excess out,
yes.
so you don't get the headaches and the funny feeling and you feel like you're going to flip out. Fine. Fasting is so important.
Yes.
Now, not everybody can fast. People on insulin cannot fast.
Yes.
All right? But other people can fast.
Yes.
And if you don't know how to, you got to get to somebody who understands and lead you carefully. In our fasting, you got to do N.M.S the night before, sunset the night before, and you sunset the next evening. So when we fast, it's half water, half juice. Or some people go in water fast. They did water fast before. Now I do half water, half juice. And then I set the motion. In my office, I have soothing instrumental music.
Yes.
So I have that around me. I don't do the cleaning with the bleach and all that stuff so I can flip out.
Yes.
You set yourself up that I'm going to go through this fast. So you read good books.
Yes.
Good verses. Saturate your mind. Take the peace. Go take a walk. So we do that fasting to cleanse the system. The 42-day fast is what I did on a German fella in New York, in Florida. He had a mass in his mid-chest, and he was at the hospital in Washington, D.C., and they gave him a chemo drug. He ended up on the road crazy like crazy in his nightclub, in the hospital gown. They found him. They found me anyhow, and we got him. And I said to him, listen, I just studied this. I'm going to put you in a 42-day fast because it can't be operated on.
Yes.
Well, I sent him out back to Germany. He did his 42-day fast. He was healed from it. He wrote me. He says, I am skinny as a rake. I am strong as an ox, and I have a terrific sex drive. You know, he had to put that part in.
Only the men. Only the men.
And he just praised God for that healing. So the 42-day fast is, you got to have somebody to guide you with that.
Yes.
You get the hot teas in between. First, you know the purpose of the fast. What is the purpose?
Yes, the why.
Why?
Yes.
I want to cleanse my system. I probably want to lose some weight. I probably want to do so forth and so on. I want a clearer vision of my purpose.
Yes.
I'm going to take time and eliminate the sugars and all that stuff and so forth and just go on a half water, half juice. So what we do the fruit juices from morning to midday and the vegetable juice from evening to 7 p.m.
Okay.
And put it through the system.
So,
and if you're whatever condition, that herb tea will be your condition. No solids.
Yes.
It will be all liquids.
All liquids.
Yes.
All right. So I see I have a Choose Life calendar here, and I'm seeing something like it looks like supplements. Okay.
Yeah.
That's saying menopause, total male, and some other things. What are those about?
Those are the supplements you make. All our supplements, my husband and I make it at the office. All right. Say for instance, I make a blood pressure. Not everybody get the same blood pressure. Because if you have a bad kidney, I have to add something else to your program.
Yes.
That's why nothing I do can go on shelves on stores. It's tailored for you.
Okay.
All right. And the menopause now. Some menopause you may have a high anxiety level, so anxiety will be added to that person.
Yeah. What about the men? What are the men coming for?
Oh, well, prostate.
Yes.
Erectile dysfunction.
Yes.
stress,
yes,
anxiety, blood pressure, diabetes, I do. And one of the things is that a lot of prostate cancer is here too.
Yes.
And I also advise them, and the same thing about the biopsy. I said, if it has been diagnosed that you have prostate cancer, no, let's make a U-turn, make a quick turn. And many of us don't realize that a little sunshine helps us with the vitamin D.
Yes.
You know, in the shaded part is good. So where the prostate cancer is concerned, we are heavy with that as well.
Yes.
The products are made specific for that. So, and tonics.
Yes.
Because, you know, they need their sexual energy as well as women do. We do fix up our sisters too,
yes.
you know.
Yes.
All right. So a lot of ginsengs are used.
Okay.
And a lot of herbs are here in Jamaica that we use, a lot of Jamaican herbs.
Yes.
And I pray over my supplements before I make them. You know, if a case comes and say, oh, you know, I don't know what you want this case. So I really depend on you. So I'm going to go sleep tonight, in the morning, help me come up with an answer. And we usually do come with an answer.
Nice. So for persons, say for example, Dr. Fowler, who are skeptics, who say naturopaths are not real doctors, and again, you know, we're not telling anybody to disobey what their medical doctors have directed them to do, but there are options in the world, and so we're exploring those options. So whatever you are following, you know, whatever your doctor's orders, we're not saying to put out what the medical doctor has ordered or said, but you can probably work in tandem with the naturopath and the traditional medicine and see what best works for you. But there are skeptics who are going to say, but you sound like you're talking here fairy. So like you're talking about voodoo with Dr. Fowler.
Of course.
That sounds like Obia to me. I don't know about that something that would have something there. And looking at eye and I read people. That's like I read a woman something.
Yes, but they do x-rays and look at x-rays.
True.
I could have said I don't understand that either.
Mm.
You are only a skeptic when you have never experienced it.
Yes.
When you have never had any reason to query, to come in and look and check, have an examination for yourself. I don't ask you any question except your name, your age, the children you have, medication you're on, and if you have had any surgery.
Yes.
And that's where I do. And then I take it from there and I examine you. And there'll always be skeptic, Miss Kitty, no matter what you do in life.
Truly.
If once you believe in what you're doing, after my experience, you really can't tell me nothing about it.
Yeah.
After I switched my lifestyle to where I am today, you can't convince me that what I'm doing is not right.
Yes.
You see? So it's because of the experience I have had.
And the success stories that I'm quite sure that you've had in your patient.
Quite a bit success stories. We have quite a bit. We don't really flaunt it, but there is a whole lot.
Yes.
Success stories. And I don't let skeptics worry me because I am very assured of what I'm doing.
Yes.
I speak freely of it, fluently of it, and I'm pretty sure I can answer most questions. And when I can't answer, I said, to tell you the truth, I don't know that one.
Yes.
Plain as day.
Yeah. Where are you guys located? And what are your opening hours?
17 Sandringham Avenue off Eastwood Park on Mullines Road. We are at, we begin at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Till the last person leave, usually 5 or 6 o'clock they leave. Mm-hmm. And we have in-house treatment as well for those who are able to come in.
When you say in-house, what does that mean?
When we have the elderly and they have no one, it worries us. So we say, can you come in the morning, go home in the evening if you can't stay overnight?
Yes.
And they are able to.
Okay.
And they get their treatment. If they're doing a lymphatic flush, which is you're in the bathroom, best of friend for 2 days, you know.
Oh, wow.
And then you cleanse your system real good. And then I'm worried that they won't be doing it right.
Yes.
So they come and stay with us, and we keep them right near the desk. They are in the bedroom right near the desk.
Yes.
So we can
monitor them.
You better believe it. Little grunt, we can hear them.
Yes.
And then when they go home in the evening, they go home with everything, little package. The next morning they come in. If not, they may stay overnight.
Okay.
And we are there. And if I have client that I'm concerned a whole lot about, I stay. I will stay at the clinic that night.
Wow.
Yes, because I don't want you to call me to wake me up to try for me to figure where I am when I wake up and then to go in a car to drive and come in. That doesn't make sense.
Yes.
I won't function.
Yes.
But once I know you're there, I am conscious of it.
Yes.
And
you're in that realm and that zone, yeah.
Right. As you make a sound, I hear. Just in case anything happen, call me.
Yes. So should people come to you first, go to the doctor first, go to you, then the doctor? How does it work?
Well, look at it this way. Second opinion, third opinions. and we never stop their medication.
Yes.
What we say to them, listen, I'm giving you food. When the body begins to adjust and you take your chemical medication, you begin to feel funny. I want you to go back to your doctor and tell him to double check on your blood pressure, double check on your sugar, and he's going to be amazed to see it's coming down. Look at this simple thing. If I give you raw pumpkin juice with some sour orange or lemon juice for 30 days, 2 glasses a day, it brings your cholesterol down. Now beat that one.
Wow. I don't think they can.
Just simple that. No,
Yes.
I can't patent that, and I can't put it into a drug. Now look at vincristine, vincal rosea, ramgoat roses.
Yes.
So you get vincristine from. Ramgoat roses, that's a chemo drug, chemo herb. They get vincristine from. Look at pennyroyal for menstrual pain. That's where they get baralgin from.
Oh.
So before all the chemicals come in, there's herbs.
Yes.
Every chemical started with the herbs.
Yes.
Look at our natural pharmacists.
Yes.
Our ganja growers.
Yes.
They know that ganja cures over 770 diseases. The patent was already done in the USA. They know that. Israel is hitting full speed on it. They know it works with the epilepsy, they work with different kind of diseases. The point is, look how old I am, and you're still researching cancer, and I don't hear much of HIV. You were able to come up with something to work with HIV. You're going to tell me you can't find an answer with this now, and Jamaica is plagued with it? That's where the stress comes in.
Yes.
Because the answer is here.
Yes.
God has blessed this country with herbs, with the answer. Look at the guinea hen weed.
Yes.
You know, the root has the strongest antibiotic. The leaves are good, but the root have the strongest. Look at the soursop bark. I didn't even eat soursop. Look at it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Garlic.
Look at garlic.
Yeah.
Talking about the prostate. That's a seed. So seed for seed. You have the pear seed that used for prostate, and the nestberry seed, and you have the nickel seed for prostate. You have the broomweed work with the prostate, but if you have blood pressure, you can't take broomweed herb.
Yes.
So I mean, so you have to know how to work that.
Yes.
But the answer is here.
Answer is right here, and she's giving us the answers. Dr. Vinola Fowler, naturopath, iridologist, and microscopist, and my very special guest right here on Miss Kitty Live.
Hilo Supermarket in the Pavilion Mall is now open on Sundays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come shop and fulfill your grocery needs at Hilo Supermarket, where customers don't just shop, they save. The time by Hilo Food Stores making life easier is
4:45. Alright, we're going to talk about the books, the educational stuff. Yeah, the books and the educational stuff. Yes, sure. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody must know. Nice.
Let me.
Yes. Get the book, guys.
Second edition. Alright.
Nice.
Doc, can you repeat your number? I mean, your location and your numbers for them. They're a lot of them are asking.
Oh, nice. Yes, my love, car we are going.
The numbers 960.
No, baby, no, man.
No, you can just talk to
876-960-1521. 929-4332.
Yeah. Somebody just type them in here.
Yes, and the email, the website is chooselifeirisja.com.
Okay.
Nice. Right, see there, right there. It's okay. Let's go.
Alright, guys. So just write down the numbers and share it with your one another, please. Telephone number and email
address and the location.
The location is right here too.
Right. Good job.
You can have that.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. Wow. Okay. I like that. What if again? Yes. Kabaka Pyramid right here on Nation 190 FM. You are listening to Miss Kitty Live. It's the start of a brand new year, and yesterday we started the process of feeding the mind, and today we've been looking at the body with Dr. Fowler. She's a naturopath, an iridologist, and microscopist, and my very special guest here on Miss Kitty Live. Doc, how we eat is very important, and also, as I said, you know, the mind, the body, and the soul, they're all interconnected, and they work together as a cohesive whole, you know, so we can operate. I also noticed that you do educational programs, vegetarian cooking. Talk to me about your book, one of which you just gave me. Thank you so very much. Everybody must know. Talk to me about those.
And before I say that, I'd like to do a consult with you.
Okay, sure. Doc, you know me like them something there. Me love me why you look and tell me that things. Me are the best patient. Tell me what to do that, me. Me want to live till me 1,000. So tell me what to do and I'll do. Calico, you know, look here. Me never like past funeral, you know. Me go funeral pan and needs to only basis. Me can't even deal with funeral. Because to over want to live long. I don't want to go with a part there. So, Doc, I mean, you know, and that is why on my program, I try to expand our mind and open our minds. Because as you said, there are a lot of skeptics and people will be apprehensive and they will resent or resist what they don't know, or that which to which they're not exposed. So again, we're not saying obviously disregard or disobey what the traditional medicine is saying or their doctor.
That's right.
But we want to expand to know that there are other ways, because Doc, frankly, there are some people who are not interested in taking pills. They're not going to go to the drugstore. They don't want a prescription and they don't like pills for whatever reason. They're not into the drugs, okay, or the pharmaceutical drugs. There are persons who would opt for the natural way of using the herbs that come from the earth that the Lord has blessed us with, and they want to do that. However, they may not be able to do it on their own because they're not so trained, and so that is where somebody of your expertise, your knowledge will come in. And so people want to have that option. Some people too will want to go to their regular doctor, but we want to go Dr. Fowler too, and we want to bring in the two of them and see how best we, you know, can make a hybrid of sorts.
That would be good.
You know, and see how we can do that. Yes. So talk to me now, Doc, about in terms of eating and reading. I see something under the mango tree. Everybody must know. What's that all about?
Under the mango tree is our little food source we do. Some offices order from us.
Nice.
And,
what do you sell?
Vegetarian food. We make all our burgers. Our burgers are made from, like, the old blood would not get a lentil burger.
Okay.
They would get a broad bean burger.
Okay.
And I put nuts with it, not peanut, because that's a seed.
Yeah.
I use English walnut and black walnuts and so forth. And I boil the nuts before I put them in. Why? I love cashew and cashew don't like me, and I'm determined it don't like me.
Yes.
So when I boil it, I kill the phytic acid.
Yeah.
So just in case you may have an allergy, I boil the nuts before I grind them to mix with the beans. I don't use flour or anything. I use yams. Raw yam to hold it, and that everybody can use wheat.
Yes, I know people are allergic to wheat.
I work with the blood types.
Yes, okay.
So that helps also, even with the herbs.
Yes.
I work with the blood type. So under the mango tree is you can order lunch. I would like for you to order the day before, because that gives me an idea what I'm going to put together. First I ask you, do you have the hypertension? Yes, then I know exactly what I'm going to fix for you.
Yes.
If you say you have diabetes, I know exactly what I'm going to fix for you. If you tell me, well, I don't have anything wrong with me that I know of, I know to fix you something regular. Then I said, do you have any allergies?
Yes.
So I kind of make it a bit personal.
Yes.
So I will group you. All the diabetics are going to get this, and all the blood pressure is going to get this.
Okay.
You see? And I use the basic foods.
Yes.
I don't use white rice or anything like that. I use yam and banana and so forth and so on, and I can create many things with our food, surprising you, I could.
Nice.
And then I encourage you to have a raw day. Once you're buying from us, just make today be a raw day.
And by raw day, what do you mean?
When I make a salad for you, you wouldn't believe it.
Wow. What kind of salads do you do?
All right. I love breadfruit.
Yes.
So I'll roast the breadfruit and cut it off small and make it crisp. So I either fry bake, little oil,
yes.
make it crisp. And then I don't use lettuce much, because it's spoiled by the time I buy it and ready to use it. I use pak chow, because pak chow helps my eyesight.
Yes.
So I shred the pak chow, so that lovely green, and then I put the purple cabbage, so you see the two colors, because you eat with your eyes.
Yes.
And then I'll put the cauliflower
Yes.
in it. And then I'll put the broccoli shredded in it. And then I'll dump the roasted hot breadfruit in the middle. And then I put the onion and garlic and the sprouts. And then I make a wicked salad dressing.
Nice. So that's a raw day.
That's a raw day.
So essentially, Doc, so everybody should, I mean...
You need one day.
You need a one raw day.
Yes.
We need a meatless day.
Yes.
That we're not eating meat.
There you go.
And how often should we do fasting?
If you could fast even one day a week would be good. You can begin as the raw day as a fast day.
Yes.
And then as you work your way in, you say, well, I'm just going to do juice this time.
Yes.
So you go slowly, allow the body to adjust and don't rush it. And then you're going to become very creative. Your plate must be colorful.
Yes.
And then you will enjoy it. So that's one thing I like to do.
And how often should we be cleansing?
Well, spring, summer, autumn, winter.
Oh. So the seasons change. I like
The
that.
seasons change.
Wow. I like that. Okay. Yes. All right. So this is the new year. We are into our bodies. We're into our minds. We want to be healthy. We want to be strong. And there are some things that we have been socialized to believe to be true. That's not necessarily true. And some habits that we have that are no longer serving us that we need to discard. And so we need to do something new, because if we keep doing the same things, Doc, we're going to keep getting the same results.
All right. I would like you to eat dinner in the morning for breakfast. Why? You need the good starch to become good carbs for the active day.
Okay.
And you will burn that off. That will be at 7 o'clock or earlier for you to get to work. By 9 a.m. I want you to have a piece of fruit, because I want to balance the sugar balance by 9. 12 noon I want you to have your lunch. And then at 2 p.m. another piece of fruit, because as you eat lunch by 3 o'clock you start to yawn, you get tired if you eat the wrong food.
Yes.
And then when you get in by 6, 7 o'clock, hopefully, you have something very light. That's breakfast.
Yes.
This way you're on 5 small meals a day. Your sugar level going to be balanced. So those who are low sugar won't get moody and you won't get fed up with them on the job. Because when the sugar drop, they don't function too well.
Yes.
So if you get 5 small meals a day, serve on a white plate so you don't overpack the plate.
Yes.
Your sugar is balanced, your weight is balanced, you're energized, and you function much better
mentally.
So that's what I want. And I really encourage people to drink water. Those who can't drink water, no problem. Just put the water bottle in front of you. Just cut up 3 little pieces of watermelon, that's a red color. Shred 2 little shreds of carrot, that's a second color. Apple, put in there, put tablespoon of raisin, put 2 prunes in there. What else you got there? Got a piece of pak chow green leaf, a cucumber, a piece of ginger, and let it sit in the fridge tonight. Tomorrow, take it to work, put it on your desk. Everybody gonna want to taste it. Why? They eat with their eyes.
Yes.
And that is your own pure infused water.
Yes, filled with antioxidants.
There you go.
Yes.
So you create, open your fridge, whatever you got in there, dump it in that water, and put the raisins in, because you need a little sweet to get started.
Yes.
And then you're set. There you go.
I like that. Doc, tell us again where you're located, what are your phone numbers, and how can we find Choose Life Nutrition Herbal Research Center?
We are located at 17 Sandringham Avenue off Eastwood Park on Mullines Road. Telephone number is 960-1521 and 929-4332.
All right. And again, why should they choose life?
Because when God talked to Moses, and Moses was talking to the children of Israel, he said, I call upon you this day. Choose life.
Choose life. Amen. Dr. Fowler, thank you so very much for your time. Thank you for your expertise. And I will be seeing you. And I'm going to be choosing my vegetable wrap and my raw day. I know calico. God, remember, so we have been a talk about the things in the calico. You see, oh, God work. Gotta work, you know. Cause remember, I tell them, I said, where I get the food them? Where I get the things them, Andrika? And see, God is working. That's what I'm talking about. And when you put these things in the universe that you want, the universe will conspire on your behalf and they will help you. And so we want these things because our health is our wealth. Dr. Fowler, if you're not healthy, you have nothing at all.
That's right.
So thank you so very much to you and your husband and your team. Thank you guys so very much. And you will be seeing some of us shortly at 17 Sandringham Avenue, okay? Get the numbers. And of course, we're going to be having this conversation and my show on Facebook Live, so you can go and watch it at your own convenience. Doc, thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. And by the way, can we have the book at your office as well?
Yes.
Can we buy it?
Yes.
Okay, great. Fabulous. You were going to say?
Have a blessed, New Year's, success, and nationwide. Spread worldwide.
Thank you so very much.
Just nationwide.
Worldwide.
Nationwide.
I like that. And I wish you abundance and all the best. Thank you so very much. Whatever you're doing to save lives, that's what we're about. More life. We're choosing life. Thanks to Damien Cunningham, my technical operator. Thanks to DJ Calico. Thanks to Andrika Rigg and Martina Allen, my assistant producers. Thanks to my social media manager, Lethan Grandison, and my executive producer, Lady Tajna Williams. I love all of you for watching, and I love all of you for listening. I do hope that you found the show entertaining this afternoon, and do remember that you can listen and watch on Facebook. Until when next you hear my voice, be blessed. Take care of yourselves and each other, and always remember, never forget, don't focus, but no locus. We'll be back here tomorrow, God's willing, for Pepper Seed Thursday. Cliff Hughes is up next with Nationwide at 5, the best news in the nation. Lovely. Thank you.
Let me give you a hug.
Yes, thank you, baby. Yeah, man. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Did you get the grandma?
Yes, thank you.
I'm 70 years old.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Nice. Thanks, guys. So, Dr. Fowler, again, they'd like your number and stuff just to, to come choose life.
960-1521-929-4332. Website, chooselifeirisja.com.
That's right, baby. And for those people who are thinking of, oh my God, I need to come. I'm scared of coming. I don't know what you're going to see. What would be your word of invitation to them? Why they should choose life?
Choose life and come. You'll find yourself, it's a rewarding experience. You will find us, we comfort you. We are there for you to help you to start the new year with a better lifestyle. Don't be afraid. Come.
Somebody's asking Dr. Fowler if you're located overseas, or what about people who are overseas? Nico Henry is asking about persons who are overseas.
We do long distance consultation.
Okay.
I will send you directions on how to take the iris of the eye. You have the fancy phones nowadays and these digital cameras. You do a real great job. And with the picture you send me, I'll analyze it, send it back to you, and many of you are extremely surprised at what I find. And from there, we send you the supplements and we get started.
All right. What about the book? Is it on Amazon? Is it online?
Yes, it is on Amazon. Yes, the book is on Amazon.
Okay, beautiful, Jennifer. Thank you. Somebody's asking which kind of water is better, room temperature or cold?
Well, I can't take anything with ice, so I always take room temperature.
Okay.
So when anything is ice cold, the cilia, little hairs in the intestinal walls will be retract, and it takes a while for it to come back, begin to flow again, and when it retract, it will cause a lot of mucus forming in the system. So don't just put one ice cube. Don't make it too icy cold.
Yeah, just nice and chilly.
Yes.
All right, Doc. Thank you so very much, guys. Did you get that? We're going and looking into our eyes. Hello. Yeah. All the money when I look, couldn't carry them. Coming away, come sick for me. Yeah.
Tell them that she's 70.
And oh, by the way, guys, from sick people till now. How old are you, Doc?
70 years old and 3 weeks.
No, talk the truth of God love.
Right.
No, please. Look, be at her. This beautiful lady right here. No, Dr. Fowler, lose our birth paper. She can't be 70. Not at all. She's absolutely amazing and absolutely beautiful.
She's 75.
And her husband is 75. Look here now. Forever young. That's what I'm doing, and that's where I'm going. So, guys, hello. As I always say, we spend the money to buy the bags. We spend the money to buy the hair. We spend the money to buy the clothes. We spend the money to go to the party. It is time that we invest in ourselves, invest in our bodies, invest in our own health. And you need to make your appointment now at Choose Life, okay? Again, we have Dr. Fowler. She's located at 17 Sandringham Avenue, right off Eastwood Park. This is the exact address again. And those are the numbers. And those are the different services and therapies that she offers. If you are overseas, you also can get the help. She said just take a picture of your eye with your fancy phone, send them to the email address, and she will make sure that you get the treatment treatment. Remember the 1 day fast, the 3 day fast, the 7 to 21 day fast. It's about having a raw day, a meatless day, giving our bodies time to replenish, time to get back strong. You know what I mean? Because we can't just chop down the dirty food in our bodies, so we have to calm it in. Jesus sweat, but that tell a lie. Jesus, I'm the God send a lady. Remember I want salad. May I try it? I'm telling you. Doc looks absolutely amazing. We got to give our bodies time to break stuff down and time to rest. I'm telling you, for real. Not for the headache them, the problem them, the anger, the anxiety. We're just ignorant for people, ignorant in that traffic. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we got to stop that. You know what I'm saying? We ignorant all the time. All right, Doc, thank you so very much. And we wish you all the best. Thank you for making it Miss Kitty Live. Yep. So we love you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed my show today. Thank you so very much. Belinda, you better go read a verse. You hear me? I tell you. You better go read a verse. Cause where you qualify now, Belinda, talk to me there because I don't know. You understand? Anyway, Jesus. Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll deal with the
remember
soul.
Say, yeah. Yeah.
Tomorrow we deal
no
with the
acid
soul.
reflux.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Soul. Prayer word.
Yeah. Yeah. What that say again? Pak chai.
Yeah.
Yeah, breadfruit. Yeah. Belinda, you're alright till doctor say. Bless up yourself, Belinda. God go with you. And bless you from your head to your toe, girl. Bless up you, Belinda. We are seek every source. We are seek every answer. Yeah, you understand? I've never seen one Bible verse alone. That the Bible, how much book the Bible have? Because I remember I stopped going to Sunday school after one part.
36,
yeah. The 66, yeah. The all of them there. Yeah, Alicia, big up Canada. Alicia from Canada, and we say life, choose life. Belinda, alright, Belinda, our life hang up. We don't have none. So we have to seek the source them. Anyway, the way I look it. Because if one don't work, one must work. So big up Belinda, because she have 2 life hang up. So she, alright, yeah. We're going to check Dr. Fowler, because we need to see the things them and do the things them, right? Good, which is right. Belinda, alright, big up you, Belinda, yeah. So we're going to deal with it, because everybody must know. Yeah, Dan. Dr. Fowler have the things there for Germany, because we ship everywhere. We do everything. Yeah, girl. Big up. Hi, Broad Hill. How you doing, baby? Happy New Year, Deborah. You know we thought the right things, them. Maria from London. Because Queenie good little depend on some of them Herbal. You see how Queenie she not get all. Queenie she have the Queenie have the docket. Hey, I want Queenie docket. Because Queenie have the secret over there. From Queen Elizabeth alive, from Paul Bogle, walk from Stony Gut. I know Queenie still a shuffle. Queenie not Lego, Queenie not give up. We want Queenie docket. We need to forget Queenie doctor. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Big up you guys. I love you. I will see you tomorrow for Pepper Seed Thursday. So make sure you tune in 3 to 5 right here on Nationwide 90 FM. Love you guys. Remember to share and like the video. Lots of love. Thank you so much. Mwah.